Hello everyone, this is Lulu. Let's make a pan-fried bao bun today. Unlike a steamed bao buns, these buns are pan-fried until golden brown on the bottom and steamed until the top is cooked through. The end result is a deliciously savory and juicy bao bun with a crispy bottom and fluffy top. These buns are best served hot with a side of soy sauce and chili oil mixture for dipping. They make for a grease snack or appetizer and are sure to be a hit with anyone who loves Chinese cuisine. We begin with the mixed flour, yeast, salt, sugar, oil, and water together and using spatula to combine them together because this is going to be a wet and sticky dough. Water content required for the dough may vary depending on the humidity level in your area. As someone living in Colorado with low humidity levels around 17% in my home today, I have found that adding a bit more water helps ensure the dough is soft and sticky enough. After form the dough into a bowl shape, cover up. Let it sit for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, come back and knead the dough for 2 to 3 minutes until the dough is smooth. Then cover again, let it sit for 2 hours before we can make a bao bun. Or you can prepare dough and stuffings the day before, leave both in refrigerator overnight, and next day making pan-fried bao bun for brunch. And this is exactly what I did for this video clip. I prepared the dough and ground pork stuffings the day before and made pan-fried bao bun for brunch next day. As of a filling, ground pork is always my #1 choice for bao bun and dumplings. I'm using half a pound of ground pork today. First, let's flavor the ground pork. By doing so, we'll need a Sichuan peppercorn, star anise, smashed a little bit of piece of ginger, and 2 to 3 pieces of scallions. Squeeze them very well to get juice and flavor out of it. Then drop all the spices into hot water. Let them sit in the water for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, the water becomes very aromatic. Then we're going to gradually adding water into the meat and at the same time stir meat in one direction. This is exactly the same technique to make fillings for bao buns and dumplings, which I have used in previous bao bun video. If you haven't, please go check it out. I have mentioned stir meat in one direction in previous bao bun video as well as a wonton video. By mixing meat in one direction method is actually helping us with the Myosin development. Myosin is a protein that helps bind meat together. This results in a stickier and tender feeling. The longer we mix, the more Myosin is produced. So the meat fillings will be a lot more juicier and tender after cooked. The ground pork is getting stickier and much more tender now. We are ready to add in more spices to completely flavor the meat. Add 1 teaspoon dark soy sauce, 1 tablespoon oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon soy sauce, 2 teaspoon white ground pepper. You may add more if you like more peppery. Half tablespoon cornstarch, 1 tablespoon sesame oil and mix well. Add 3 tablespoons minced scallions in the end, then mix well and set on the side. Okay, the filling is ready. I left the dough in the refrigerator overnight and today it looks so perfectly. Sprinkle some flour on working surface. No kneading necessary, just roll dough directly into a shape of a log. Always sprinkle some flour if it's needed during the process, as this dough can be sticky. Just like how we make steamed bao buns, we're dividing the dough into 11 to 12 small pieces first, then flatten each one of them. Make sure to cover the dough with a tea towel to preventing them to dry out as we're working on each one of them, wrapping them into a bao bun. For pan-fried bao buns, usually we make a smaller bao buns, and so we need a smaller wrapper. That way we can cook all of them with one setting. If you want to know how to wrapping bao buns, be sure to check out my previous steamed bao bun video. The meat filling was left in the refrigerator overnight, allowing it to congeal and solidify. This resulted in a more cohesive filling that made it significantly easier to wrap in the bao bun wrapper today. Total 11 of cute little buns, and they're ready to be pan fried. I prefer to use a cast iron pan. It's a lot easier and faster to get that nice golden crust on the bottom. Stove on medium to low heat, then give a 2 tablespoons of oil. We don't need to wait until pan gets hot. Transfer all bao buns in the pan. Swerve around the pan, make sure oil evenly coated on the bottom of the buns. And then add 1 cup of cold water. Pour water in around the edge of the pan, and using lid kind of protect yourself from the splash. Immediately cover the lid on low heat, let it sizzling and steamy for about 10 minutes. When 10 minutes is up, turn off the heat, don't open the lid, let it sit for 2 to 3 minutes. And then we'll garnish with a chopped cilantro or scallions and also some toasted sesame seeds. Let's take a look at the golden crust on the bottom. They look beautiful. It is super crispy on the bottom, but really soft and fluffy on top. You may just enjoy as is, or dipping in soy sauce and chili oil dipping, give a more intense flavor. The filling is so juicy and tender, purely delicious. I hope this video inspired you to make yourself some pan-fried bao buns. I will see you next time.